Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clarke Auction Gallery. It's 2026. I want to wish everyone a happy new year, safe, healthy, fun new year to everyone, and thank you so much for a great, probably one of the best years we had last year. Without further ado, this sale is coming up. It's on Sunday the 11th, starting at 10 a.m. You can come and preview now, it's all up and ready. Not as big a sale as normal, but exciting enough. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to start with some great mid-century and contemporary and antique here. So here we have a set of 3 of these sheep after Lalanne. One of them must have wandered over there. Look, he's hiding over at the back there, but we'll pass him later on. Looks like the mother over there with the 2 kids. Here we have a nice, very rare table, Edward Wormley for Dunbar. Little bit of pitting on the brass, but nice rare table to have, easily really finished. Here we have a Tiffany Studios, nice bronze floor lamp. Wonderful patina on it, all signed, numbered. Over here at the back, mid-century style chrome, black glass serving card. Everyone loves their serving card. Nice leather, beautiful soft leather pair of contemporary chairs. This violin and bow, not blow. This violin and bow, in its case, is by Heinrich. Okay, we're going to move over here. We'll show you some of the smalls. We have 2 lots of this porcelain. It's Tiffany Picard by Picard. It was made for originally for the guest house at the White House in Washington, D.C. Lots of other porcelain. We've got this Wedgwood, little set of reticulated sort of oriental motif. We've got Russian porcelain plates, one grouping of 2 patterns. We've got Dalton, Minton, lots more. We've got Waterford cut glass. We've KPM and Sev's porcelains over here. We have a pair of these nice large size Imari porcelain chargers with bronze mounted into sconces. Nicely done, a nice package there. That was just the old cans fire. This piece here I believe is pretty rare. I find it very hard to find. It's a wonderful Lecoultre clock with the enamel flowers on it and the sort of the birds, chinoiserie sort of decoration. A pair of these little planters, nice with the winged angels. This is by Colonnade, wonderful gilding on a great subject matter and a good large size. In the sale, we've 2 of these. In the box, never opened, by Alice Hutchins. Magnetic sculpture, so great to have them in the box. What a nice investment to have. We've got 2 lots in the sale. One lot here is a lot of glass and boxes. We've got Sevres, possibly Baccarat. Below here, we have a pair of these. These are sconces. They're by Giovanni Sedenzi for Murano. We also have a chandelier, but look at the nice size. Look at the wonderful color. Brighten up any room for the new year, get things going brightly. Nice pair of hurricane sconces here with the etched glass and the sort of Lalique style figural bases. A nice pair of these Pats or Pat style lamps here. Oil lamps electrified. Okay, and here we go. We have a grouping here of Lynn Chase porcelains, nice with the tigers or leopards there and the bull in the back. Next to it, a pair of Murano, could possibly Vanini vases. Meissen grouping of dogs. This is really wonderful. Look at the enameling on this onyx urn. It's attached to the tray, but beautiful, the bronze enameled. Here I believe these are possibly Old Paris or KPM. This is a nice bronze mounted tureen. Here we have a nice pair of Meissen candelabra, reticulated. More Meissen. This is one grouping of Meissen here, so we have a nice lot of Meissen here. These I believe are Old Paris porcelain. This all came from Long Island, from Huntington. And these, look how super these are. Meissen, big, large size, really wonderful shape. Probably a couple of little chips, I'm sure that there always are over the years. Here from an Astoria Queen's estate, we've got this Orientalist grouping. We've got the wonderful Arab sitting on top of the clock. And we have, at the back, we have the Arab standing alongside and I've forgotten the name of the animal. We'll think about it in a minute. Here alongside it, this is a 2-piece cut glass and gilt decorated urn. Up here, really beautiful, wonderful colors in the glass. Nice enamel gilt base. Tiffany little table lamp. Really wonderful colors. Come and view it or look at our site, clarkeny.com. More Tiffany little vase with the little jeweling on it. This pair of After Lotz vases. Nice, the bronze mouth, once again with enamel. These are Haitian. Forgotten the name of them. We've got quite a bit of Haitian art in the sale. And this we have a Bergman peacock. Great condition, nice large size. Look at the colouring and the feathers on that. Below here we've got cut glass. We've got this nice early tea caddy. Comes with two newer carved apples moving along here. This is one lot here. We have a sconce together with this nice onyx. Look at the beautiful gilding and the work on the bronze of this. One lot here, nice little lot. We've got this little clock here, bronze on marble base. Once again, really beautiful work, nice enamel, good condition. Below here, a lot of bronzes in the sale. We got Valanus, we got Remington, more clocks below here. I'm not going to open that. You can see their clock garniture set, nice onyx clock set there. So we'll slip back here to start into the furniture. These are interesting. These came from Huntington. Beautiful pair of Empire gilt and patinated bronze figural candelabra, but they were mounted really professionally onto this mahogany base. This has also a bronze trim in it, so it's a really nice package. There's the second one there. We've got a contemporary mirrored vanity in between that. Moving over here, I sort of like these. These are a pair of Art Deco end tables. Look at the lines on them and the patinas, beautiful walnut grain on it. Here, I believe this is Fendi, double F. It's an acrylic pedestal, but I believe it's by Fendi, so guess on that one. This here, I've never seen one before, but look at the size of this fella. Normally I don't watch out for Hummels, but I will from now on. This is called the Merry Wanderer, quite a rare Hummel and big interest in it. Here we have this piano lamp, Argand lamp. Nice old one, used to be desirable, don't know where they are now. Up above here, nice pair of KPM candelabra, in good shape. Next to the gilt and white porcelain. Okay, we're going to come over here. A pair of mid-century dressers. You can call them bachelor's chests or side tables by Baker. This I really love. You know, smoked glass. Look at the mirror, Venetian style mirror. Beautiful lines on it. Serpentine here. Big heavy drawers, heavy handles. Some very minute little chips on the corners, but not overly noticeable. This is one of my favorite items in the set. Doesn't seem to be a lot of interest, but there should be. Just get up close on the quality of the bronze work on that. And below here, I mean, just the best of quality enameled copper, enameled bronze. Slip over here, we have a nice pair of these. I believe these are in the sale. Cedric Hartman. Let me just move it out there. Hope they're in the sale. They weren't in the last set. Here we have, this is by Carl Springer. We have the beautiful console. Nice with the C shapes and the circle in the mirror. It has this sort of faux shell mirror on the back of it. So ClarkeNY.com. And on top of the Varia Pro is this Panasonic TV. And also one of my favorite things there. Not overly valuable, but look at it. Brings you right back to the 50s. Okay. This here is a piece of the wall unit we have that came from Nyack. There's a whole lot of units. I believe it's maybe a pair of these, a desk. Once again, ClarkeNY.com. This we have here is Petters and Pedersen, I believe. Rosewood, really nice tambour front. Look at the condition of this. Beautiful grain server. Here we have a large Meissen with the snake handles on it. Below it, a nice Danish modern table. Has two big leaves, so it opens up very wide. I like this a lot. It's contemporary, but it's really nice metal lamp, sort of Tiffany style lamp. Below here, you got a lot of silhouettes there. A lot of interest in those little silhouettes here. This set here, Burl Walnut, sort of campaign style, is by Bernhard. We have a pair of these contemporary gilt bronze and marble based lamps. Nice to have a pair. All this came from Marai. We have marble pedestals. Used furniture wise, we have, look at this, a few little bit of veneer losses, but ideal for the side of the bed. Put the telephone up there, you can, plenty of use for them. Here we have an Italian, probably mid-century secretary bookcase. We have the keys so we can open up the front, but really nice quality, beautiful finish on it, nicely inlaid. Sort of newer, but nice to have with the bomb base. Here we have a beautiful hardwood Asian table. Look at the grain on this hardwood. Nice marble inside. It's a nice big size, can be used in the hollow in there. This little etagere, gilt metal, probably mid-century again, but good large size, nice quality. Atop this is more Meissen. This once again came from Huntington, Long Island. Bit of an old repair on the arm, but what do you expect on these delicate porcelains? Other than that, it looks pretty good. We have this nice Dutch marqueterie inlaid little flip-top table. Seems to be a good bit of interest in this. Or maybe it's not a flip-top. No, I'm wrong. It's a pull-out drawer. There you go. Look at that. Nice, nice with all the inlay on it. Then we have this Regency rosewood game table. No, we even have the fellas in there. Whether they're all there, I must count later. Here we have, this is particularly nice too, bronze mounted, all inlaid all over, Victorian cabinet, nice, the beautiful quality bronze mounts on here. Once again, I always say a favorite piece. One of the favorite pieces I say, this came from Huntington. This is good age, 18th and 19th century, beautiful with the etching down the sides, Venetian style, good large size, so nice, watch that one. Little planter here. This campaign desk came from Brooklyn. Don't normally like these secretary bookcases, shouldn't say that of course, but this one's particularly nice because it's campaign style. You don't see it too often, and it's got good age. Pretty nice shape and nice grain. Let's have a look at the age there for you. The inside of that, look at the length of that drawer. So keep an eye on that one. Hopefully I remember another little Chippendale cabinet we have. They've got this nice Louis XV1 style desk. This here came from Huntington, very usable. Put it anywhere because you can revolve it around for your books or whatever. We have this little table here. Nice with the games for a child's room. After Maison Jansin, nice mirror top table. Lots of hurricane style chandeliers. This chair is newer, but it really has really wonderful rosewood grain. Look at it. And a big open chair, very comfy, came from Yonkers. Lots of Adirondack furniture in the sale. This is one of, there's actually 3 pieces in the lot. We have a settee, we have this, and we have this little rocker here. This here with this mirrored glass, Asian modern. Beautiful coffee table with the mother of pearl inlay and the smoked glass. I like this Art Deco lamp, all original. Bronze, gilt and patinated bronze, heavy, super duper quality. I'm sure someone will recognize who that is. We have a pair of these Acorns chairs. That one's covered, you'll see it again in a minute. Here we have the chandelier by Giovanni Sedense. Came with the sconces that you saw. With lots of African stuff in the sale, not my forte, so check into it and have a look at the African sculptures we have. Once again, this is a Murano, what they call a handkerchief lamp, I believe. Here we have the Acorn. Okay, we're going to swing around. We have a nice, look at this for a pink pair of chairs. Great for a gift for one of the kids. Milo Bauman. Right in the center, all signed, nice Ardalucci lamp, Triennale lamp. Nice original condition, looks like it's in really good shape to me. And once again, we have a Steinway. This one's sort of, I would say, Chippendale style with the claw feet. Has a nice sound, came from Huntington, Long Island, down there, beautiful estate. The board looks clean and good, the case looks clean and good, so I'd watch out for that one. The Steinway had in the last sale did well. So anyone who missed it. Okay, here we have this rosewood mid-century coffee table. At top of it we have a Tiffany Studios bronze ashtray. Also a pair of sort of Baccarat quality. These are nice with the bronze base. Beautiful cut on these with the swans, came from Huntington. Here we have a nice, look at that for a nice period for your groovy mid-century pad, settee, all original fabric. On either side of it, these are by, let me just look in there and see. Yes, Theodore Alexander, nice with the mirrored front. Beautiful grain and top, two-tone, very nice looking pair. More oriental sculpture, the pair of Arab musicians. Got to swing you around there, Steve. Okay, this is after Parzinger, I said, underneath here. Nice desk, nice lines on it. Here we have a nice gilt metal coffee table with more African sculptures on top of it. Here we have a pair of boudoir chairs, used to be the bee's knees, don't know where they are now, but reupholstered would look super duper. Hurricane lamps, this is a beautiful lamp here. Look at this with the Tiffany style glass griffins on, winged griffins on top of it. Okay, moving over here, we have a set of these 8 chairs. These came from Huntington. Nice to have a set of 8 mahogany, beautiful back, so they're not your usual plain sort of brown wood. They're a little bit extra. As is this console here. Beautiful one drawer. Super quality, nice smoked mirror in the back. Ebonized columns, a nice thick shaped marble on top. And to the right of this, one of 2, we have a pair of these. Look at the size of these Italian, probably 18th, 19th century columns. Super duper to have a pair. Just on the right-hand side of us, I don't miss it, we have this bronze barometer. The bronze work is phenomenal on it. It's really nice barometer. Looks like it's in good shape at the back. Okay, we're going to swing down here quickly. African sculpture, fire endirons, chandeliers, alabaster chandeliers. These two are coming in a lot. Patinated metal, we tried them individually before, but we were here to sell. Now we got two of them as one lot, so really decorative for the pad. More boudoir chairs. This coffee table is extra grade, really heavy bronze feet on it. After Maison Janssen, beautiful beveled seat with nice and heavy, nice, way nicer than the usual. Okay, I'm going to swing in here. We have some Victrolas in this. We have actually grouping of Victrolas, which is very interesting. I'll show you the next one. We have this one with the horn and the discs. Here, this I think you should keep an eye on. Normally I don't watch mahogany, and I didn't watch it in the house until I took it back here and realized the age it had. It's really nicely carved all over the back and all over the sides, but once again I thought in the house was just a regular 20th century mahogany desk, but it's got good age. Against the wall over here, I'll just stand alongside so you get an idea of size. Beautiful beaded sconce, came from Huntington. Nice serpentine front chinoiserie commode and mirror combo there. We're going to come over here, look at this African sculpture here. Any of you African buyers, you should watch it at ClarkeNY.com. We have a lot of stuff. This mirror here is by Guy Roberts, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Nice heavy wooden back. Tree, look at this. Good looking girl there. Clay pottery sculptures, this nice sideboard here, bronze mounted with the marble insert. This big marble bust here, there's a lot of interest in this bust here. It's marble, Napoleon. It's by Giuseppe Bianemi, I believe. Hope I got the first name right, but Bianemi, B&M is certainly the surname. Here, this goes with the Victrola lot. This is made for the military. It's in really great shape. It's called a diamond disc phonograph. Look at the condition of this case, ready to rock. There you have your speaker in there. Even has a disc, and it plays. We played it. Now I can't shut it, of course. Now we did. Let's get out of here now while we're there. So watch that goes with the other ones. Up here, little Empire Settee. Bustamante, the parrot, just what you want for the new year. This one won't talk back to you. Really large piece of architectural element. Look at the carving and the gilding and that goes together with another piece. This is back in, couldn't understand. We put the estimate of 300 to 500. So you should be all over this. Just the sconces are worth that. Never mind the beautiful serpentine marble. We got this metal mirror here. Nice, the metal covering. We have quite a bit of Syrian inlaid furniture in the sale. We have this game table. So have a look at the other stuff. We've got folding chairs. We've got this little Empire bronze chandelier, patinated in gilt bronze. This table is back in by Scorby. We've dropped the estimate down to 300 to 500. So what a bargain, table and chairs. This is large and beautiful. Nice with the serpentine glass. Beautiful finish, sort of satin woody or rosewoody finish with the bronze plaque on it. Italiano, probably mid-century, but once again, now's the time if you want one to buy. It's all glass, it's really beautiful. This pair of large Victorian chairs are back in wide open front. This time we have them at 300 to 500. Getting like Crazy Eddie now, Crazy Paddy instead. Pair of Castellets. Keep spotting stuff as I move along. Okay, I think we have it there. We got this console, we got this alabaster bust. Probably one of the nicest things in the sale. This is fully signed Silas Shondell, mixed metal, mixed bronze. Absolutely wonderful looking, great patina, all signed right down here, ready to go. I would say a pretty rare piece. Okay, out to the nice crisp weather of Larchmont. Had a lot of snow here this year. We don't normally. Here's the car. Looking a bit cold out here, but believe you me, the engine still has retained so much of its blue. Cleaned up, it'll be great. Bear in mind, it's been in the garage for over 40 years. One lady owner. These pop over, of course. So it still needs a clean. So this is a great project. Now is a great time to buy it, have it ready for the summer. Give you a quick look inside. Move in there, Steve, I'm going to show you inside. 80,000 mile on it. Just needs a clean up. Now, ready. Get this going. The end of March, you can be out on the streets in it, being the grooviest guy in town. In the bonnet, doesn't seem to have a lot of rust. Extra covers there, spare tire. Nice shape. Okay, with that I'm going to bid you adieu, get back into the warmth, and thank you again for a great 2025, and I just hope you all have a healthy and fun 2026. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to our January 11th auction preview video of Asian Arts, and Happy New Year. We're going to begin here with this wonderful Chinese celadon glazed bird form vessel. So it has this kind of double gourd form, but with this beautiful beak and eyes, an applied tail, really quite sweet, great age to it. Came from the estate where we sold a large collection of jade from probably 6 months back. So a nice collection here. Moving forward, so these are two separate lots. So they're in these cases, which just is nice for displaying and keeping them safe. So we have this collection here. So it's just a variety of carved salmon pendants, beads, etc. So we have some red coral, a lot of salmon coral. So you can just see lots of different examples, lots of different sizes, and a lot of floral carved pendants. There's also a koi fish. We have these tinier beads. So these are angel skin coral. We have these salmon colored beads, really quite nice. There are all these larger floral pendants in reds and salmons. There's also a neff shift, which is nice, came from a local estate. So this is the second collection from the same estate, so a separate lot, mainly angel skin coral, but then there's some other examples here, so some of the nicer carvings. So we have this, this mask, this Japanese mask, butterfly, some other floral pendants, little strawberries and berries, little florets, these really beautiful red coral pendants, kind of these leafy palms, double gourd pendants, a lot of flowers, some birds. So again, another grouping at 300 to 500. Here we have this collection of glazed items. So really quite nice, some celadon crackle glaze. Just a nice collection of old ceramics, so old Chinese ceramics, another celadon glaze. So really quite nice. I'm just going to put these two together. So these two pieces are together. So we have this Mei-ping vase with incised floral decoration, and then we have this second vase, really quite nice with the hammer form handles, a crackle glazed celadon, and these two are together, the same collection as our owl. This is a Junyao bowl, so it has a nice kind of oversized scalloped edge rim with handle. So very usable. It's Chinese. You can see the little splash there. Moving on to some jades, we have this carved jade cat, really quite sweet, love little animals. And then from the same collection, this carved jade crane. These are from Manhattan, so these two Japanese okinono bronzes or animal form bronzes. So we have this buffalo and then a little tortoise or a turtle, and it is signed to the underside. Here we have a carved Chinese hair ornament. So it's a deity riding a crane or a pheasant. It's really quite nice, and it comes with this little box. We have this Chinese jade bronze censer, tripod feet with a signature to the underside, and these Fu Lion handles on a fitted base. And then it comes with this carved wood lid with rui cutouts and a carved jade finial. So a lot of really interesting Chinese glazed pieces. So we have this wonderful glazed bowl with dots, really quite beautifully glazed actually. And then we have this copper splash bowl. So again, a really interesting glaze technique, but really quite beautiful. Each individually lotted. And then this is the tortoise shell. So this tortoise shell glaze, really can see that it's reminiscent of a tortoise shell and turtle shell, or really quite nice. This is an incised bowl with floral decoration. So again, really delicate. So it's a very thin bowl, so really quite delicate and fragile, if you will, but in good condition. And this is Tibetan, so this is a gilt silver locket with Buddha on a double lotus base with accent beads on this chain, and it does open. I'm not sure how to open it, but it does. I've opened it before. Oh, it opens from the underside, I'm sorry. So here's this beautiful filigree decoration, and then a signature to the underside. So we have from a local estate in Harrison, we have this pair of glazed cockerels or roosters in good condition. A wonderful, another collection from our coral grouping. So from the same estate as our lots of carved coral is this little monkey on a rock. Really quite sweet. We have this wonderful carved celadon jade guanyin with russet skin. So she's standing with a fan and this flowering branch next to her, and she does fit on this carved base, but I always get nervous placing them on here while the video is being filmed in case somebody walks by. So she does fit beautifully here. Nice russet skin to the underside as well, and beautifully detailed. pair of Chinese Fami Rose glazed wall pockets of seated geishas or guanyin with the vases, fingers in good condition, which is important when they're that delicate. Here's the underside. This is quite interesting. So this came from the same estate as one of our punch bowls on one of our Walk-in Wednesdays. So this describes the Chinese gilded silver, exquisite applied high relief details excavated in the Philippines, extremely rare 17th century. So it's just high relief decoration to this gilt silver bracelet. Really quite nice. The detail is extraordinary. Again, from our Harrison estate, we have this grouping of Chinese Famille Verte roosters or cockerels. There are some condition issues to a few of them, but really quite nice with the graduated sizes and the grouping of 4. We have this Chinese white jade pheasant or rooster form coupe or water coupe or brush wash. So that's quite interesting, beautifully done. These 3 pendants together, so Chinese pendants, this is blue lace, rose quartz, amethyst with a little gold bail. These 2 mirrors, or one is a mirror, one is a magnifying glass with carved jade or hard stone handles in the dragon form, which were originally belt hooks and have been repurposed. We have these 4 foo dogs together. So we have the turquoise blue and then the Famille Verte. So again, interesting decorative carved agate dish, really quite beautiful. I love kind of the transparency to the agate itself, and you can see the color variations throughout that are just so faint but beautifully created, or formed is probably a better word to use. So really quite beautiful. Another beautiful, so this is called pheasant feather, I believe, or peacock feather. Another Chinese glazed bowl, really quite interesting technique. From a completely separate estate than our carved coral is this collection of jades, really quite just a grouping, probably purchased by a jeweler. So there's some nicer carved jade pendants. Here's a ruby pendant, some floral pendants, some jades, nephrites. And then again from our Harrison estate, we have this pair of ginger jars, Famille Rose decoration. One has a lid, one does not, and this one is missing the finial, but really just a beautiful depiction of kind of a festival or some sort of a parade with bats, etc. And this is a celadon glazed funerary vessel. I do believe that this top should have come off, and at one point in its life it was adhered, but really interesting. So we're actually going to jump back and we're going to do some artwork quickly. So here is a framed Persian manuscript page. So we have a scene here, and then it's framed so that you're able to see the calligraphy on the underside. So really quite nice, really beautifully done, beautifully framed. From the same estate, we also have this framed Chinese calligraphy. So again, really quite interesting, and it is displayed this way. Really quite nice, probably a poem, I would imagine. And then these 4 pieces together, I would imagine that these were originally scrolls that have been mounted, but they're beautifully mounted. And I love that it's alternating between calligraphy and the imagery of landscapes and birds, animals, etc. And then again, calligraphy and then some sort of scene. Each are signed, so there's a lot of signatures throughout. I wasn't able to identify any of the artists, but they're really quite beautifully done, and I'm interested to see where these go. So then we'll jump back to some more decorative objects. We'll start here with this beautifully Chinese Famille Verte figure of a boy with a vase, and then kind of attached to this beautiful little plinth base. And this is a silver seated Buddha on a lotus base. Quite nice. These 2 incense burners came from a Manhattan estate, and they are, these deities seated on donkeys or horses. I believe they're donkeys. And the figures are removable. Not going to do it because I'm afraid they'll fall over. And then we have these 4 dishes together, so all enamel decorated, all Chinese, birds and flowers, scholars items. Here we have lingzi or mushrooms with some bamboo, and then this figural depiction to this dish. We have this carved hard stone lamp of dragons, later mounted, so it was a lidded censer, and then they just mounted it as a lamp. This is a blue and white brush pot, again with scholars or auspicious items. And then we have this blue and white jar with a later added carved wood lid. But this is really quite nice with varying scenes or genre scenes, and then you can see the double ring mark to the underside. 2 iron red vases, Chinese, really quite beautifully done though. So this is kind of warriors in this one, and then two figures in a garden. And then we have this carved jade and hardstone flower in jardiniere on a carved wood base, and this is really quite nice. This is getting a lot of action. So we have this large punch bowl, kind of a nautical or a port scene throughout. Lots of images online. This was originally purchased by our consignor in Greenwich, and it's really quite beautiful and large in size. And then we're going to skip back here to this Chinese scroll painting that's been framed with this beautiful woman seated with children around her and auspicious items, signed here, seal marked to the bottom right corner, and this is estimated at $300 to $500. And then we have this wonderful carved, I believe it's quartz, I'm not 100% sure, so we didn't identify it, but it's beautifully carved with this floral decoration, so these flowering branches scrolling all the way up in these individual panels. And then we will end here with this 3-panel screen. It is Persian, it's beautifully done with this enamel on copper, and then this removable kind of interesting place to, I don't know 100% what was supposed to go there, but it's a really quite interesting piece with this mother of pearl inlay, and we're excited to see where this goes. There's been some action so far, but we'll see where it goes on January 11th, and we hope to see you there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first sale of 2026. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Clarke Auction is coming in with a bang. Take a look at this first rug, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, this rug has a central medallion, so confident, it clearly thinks it's the main character. The colors are vibrant enough to outshine your furniture and possibly your personality. Take a look, it's a proper Tabriz, finely knotted, well behaved, and clearly raised to impress guests without bragging about it. A huge, elegant, and possible royal hareki. This carpet has the kind of presence that makes other rugs stand up straighter out of respect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. Traditional at heart, but those green accents show it's not afraid to have a little bit of fun on the weekend. What a stunner this one is. Take a look at this Art Deco hand-knotted carpet. Sleek, stylish, and unapologetically glamorous. This rug looks like it listens to jazz and refuses to apologize for it. Take a look at this beauty, a vintage Serape-style carpet. Bold patterns, strong colors, and zero subtlety. This Serape-style rug does not whisper, it makes an entrance. Here's a vintage Heriz-style carpet. Geometric, powerful, and built like a tank. This Heriz-style carpet could survive children, pets, and questionable furniture placement. Here's a generously sized vintage carpet with cool blue highlights. This rug brings calm authority to the room, like a very well-dressed diplomat. Here's a beautiful vintage Ushek style carpet. Soft, decorative, and effortlessly charming. This Ushek style rug knows it doesn't need to shout to be admired. And the final rug I have for you is this beautiful classic Heriz. Strength and structure. This is the rug you buy when you want beauty, durability, and zero nonsense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, brand new year, brand new timepiece. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful regulator clock. This is the crystal. It is a beautiful clock. Excellent example, and it certainly does tick-tock. Right next to it, what do we have? 3-piece garniture set. Beautiful set, ladies and gentlemen. Right over here, top left-hand corner. Spectacular French gilt bronze clock with a marble base. What a beauty she is. What do I have right over here? Why, it's a Le Coultre. Beautiful open work clock. Take a look at these birds, ladies and gentlemen. Even features a painted dial. Very rare piece. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like with the clocks, you have a new one for your home. Now you need something new for that wrist. Take a look at these, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful. A Breitling Super Ocean 44 stainless steel watch. Big, bold and absolutely convinced you might dive in at any moment, whether that's into the ocean or just at a board meeting. Either or is acceptable. Right next to it, what do I have? A Breitling Chronomat Evolution Watch. Load it with complications and confidence, strongly implying you fly aircraft, measure things professionally, or at least want others to think you might. And right next to it, a TAG Heuer Aqua Racer Caliber 7 GMT Pepsi, ladies and gentlemen. Lets you track multiple time zones so you can ignore people globally instead of just locally. How do you like that? Ladies and gentlemen, again, it's the first of the year. What are we going to do? We're going to start our new journal. What a better way than 11 assorted Mont Blanc pens. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A lineup of Mont Blanc pens ranging from very respectable to stop everything. The Ernest Hemingway fountain pen is the clear alpha, with the Agatha Christie ballpoint quietly judging everyone from second place. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 11 pens. Take a shot, you're sure to win one. Right over here, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have? Why, 3 old American banknotes, including a Black Eagle. Once real money, now far more valuable for not being spent. The Black Eagle still looks ready to glare at modern inflation. And on the right, what do we have? A Mexican 50 peso gold coin. Large, heavy, unapologetically gold. This coin makes a statement, mostly about weight, value, and why pockets were a bad idea. Right behind it, folks, unbelievable. 2 assorted lots of junk silver. Called junk, yet mysteriously worth real money. Proof that silver, like some people, ages far better than expected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving along to Militaria, have I got a great collection of swords for you. First off, a signed Imperial Japanese Shinganto Katana sword. Sharp, signed, and historically serious. This is not decorative wall art, despite what your insurance company might fear. Right in front of it, ladies and gentlemen, an Imperial Japanese Naval Kyoganto Model 1883 sword. Elegant, disciplined, and unmistakably naval. Far more rare than the Army swords. Right next to it, a named Civil War Model 1850 Foot Officer Sword, named, historic, and full of character. This sword has seen more American history than most textbooks and looks better doing it. Right in front of it, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have? Beautiful British naval sword. Take a look at that lion. What a piece. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 incredible lots, actually 2 of my favorite in this sale. That's right, they are automatons, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. Beautiful porcelain plaques, an exquisite piece, and take a look at this. What a treasure, ladies and gentlemen. And right next to it, why, I have his mate. This one's cased in 800 silver, ladies and gentlemen. Spectacular, beautiful workmanship. And take a look at my little friend inside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for me. That's right. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you here on January 11th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at Clarke Auction Gallery. Happy bidding!
Hi, Happy New Year and welcome to Clarke Auction's January 11th Fine Art Auction Preview. I'm going to share with you some of the highlights in the sale. We've got a great several collections of works on paper, and with that I'm going to begin with this really great work, one of 2 by Alexander Calder. This is lot 83 in our sale, and it's some flying saucers, and this was done in 1969, and we've got an estimate of $3,000 to $5,000, and we've actually got 2 in the sale, so we'll be looking at the other version shortly. Above that, we've got from the David Classfield, one of the great collections that we've got in the sale of works on paper. He was a New York dealer in prints. And this is by Eric Fischel. This is lot 74. And this is from his Bather series done in 1986. You get 2 in the lot. It's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500, and you got some great Bather here. As we move along, we go to another print in the same collection, I believe, and this is lot 99 by Richard Estes, the great photorealist. And this is Salisbury Cathedral, and he's just a fantastic artist, and this is a print, and it's estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Below that, we go to another one of the great groups of collections that we have. This is by Romar Beardman. This is the Autumn of the Rooster, or Morning of the Rooster, lot 104, estimated $2,000 to $3,000. And this comes from Dr. John Henrik Clarke, the famous African-American professor at Hunter College and an African-American historian. And this is just a really rare example, one of 3 works that we'll show you from the collection. As we go on, we're going to go transitioning to lot 11, which is Simon Lisson. He was a Ukrainian-born artist, known for doing a lot of theatrical works, worked in Paris, and then emigrated to the United States. This is a mixed media, and it looks almost like a sgraffito scratching in there of the view of Venice. This is estimated $1,000 to $1,500. Above that, we've got a great example by David Sultan, lot 53. This screen print, this is number 39 of 100, done in 1989, estimated at $600 to $900. And we've got some chili peppers here, great for the kitchen or for your home. Moving along, we've got some more Romar Beardens. This one is called The Slave Ship, done in 1977. It's lot 103 in the sale. And we've got an estimate of 2 to 3, and like I said, this comes from the Clarke collection, and I believe they are inscribed by Bearden to the consignor's family. Below that, we've got a great example, lot 22 of Tom Wesselman. This is a new done in 1969, and it's a great example of his work, typical of the artist. And we move on again to the other of the great Calders that we have in the sale. The provenance of these are from Palm Beach, and they're just really great floating, like they are, saucers, flying saucers. This is the black version, even though they're white. Interesting title. Above that, we have the second of the Eric Fischels, again, like I said, from the Bather series, so you get 2 in lot 74. And this is an orange version of a nude figure. As we go along, I've got the final and a really great example, lot 102 of Romar Bearden. This is again also estimated $2,000 to $3,000. It's untitled, but this was done in 1971. It was conceived for an exhibition of 8 African-American artists in Switzerland. There was an exhibition, and this is kind of known as America, the Black in America. Moving along, we're going to go to the other side. We're going to go to the world of Jacques Garand, who's a Haitian artist. This is really a fabulous, great work, contemporary artist. Actually, he died in '96, and it's just a really dramatic painting. One needs to see this in life. It's just a great painting. Estimated $2,000 to $3,000. It comes from a collection of Haitian works, and this is just one large example that we have in the sale. Moving along, we go to the Engine Room by Howard Norton Cook. He's a New York-born artist. This is a wooden engraving done in 1930, and he's just one of those great early 1930 artists. This is, you can see possibly there's a guy actually working on the engine there. We have it estimated $1,000 to $1,500, and it was conceived as a edition of 75, but a really rare example because there's probably about only 25 that Cook was able to do. Staying with the maritime theme, we go on to Dendrick Brandis Stubber. He's a New York artist, and he eventually emigrated, I guess, to California, some would say, but he moved to California, and this is the Palisades, and this is a charming little oil painting, and just a great example of some tugboats with the fumes. As we go along, we now go to another great printmaker, but here's an example by the British artist C.R.W. Nevinson. This is probably done in the 1920s. It's a mixed media of a gentleman walking probably along the Seine River just outside of Paris, and it's just really a great example. It comes from the Redfern Gallery, and it comes from a Manhattan collection. We've got it estimated at $3,000 to $5,000, lot 14 in the sale. Coming from a New Jersey collection, we've got this great example of Maurice de Vlaminck. It's called Montreal, and it's done in 1913. Another great print in the sale, and like I said, we've got it estimated $1,000 to $1,500. Moving on to a different vein, not a print. This is Lot 119 by Salvatore Scarpita, the American artist, and this was done in 1955. And it's an interesting subject because it's called it's in tribute to Manny Block, who is the lawyer for the Rosenbergs, who were eventually charged and convicted for assisting the Soviet Union. And it's just a really great example. It is in the catalog raisonné for the artist, and it's estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. Above that, we've got the great illuministic artist Alexander Jacob, lot 46. He's well known for doing these atmospheric water buildings next to water, and really a wonderful, charming work here by the artist that we have estimated at $2,000 to $3,000, and coming from a local collection. Going on now, for those still celebrating New Year's, we have The Toast by Ludwig Bemelmans, lot 27. This is a really charming work by the artist, expressive cartoonist kind of artist he is. It's an ink and gouache on a taupe paper. We've got it estimated $800 to $1,200, and I know there's really a lot of interest in the work already, and so, but be sure to look at that online. Now, lot 35 in the sale is 2 in the lot here, framed as 1, lot 35. This is by Larry Rivers, and these are 2 portrait examples from his Chelsea hotel period. They're actually mixed media. You've got a male and female, and really a great American artist. As well as we go on now to lot 71, which is a mixed media by another New York artist. This is Paul Branch, and it's estimated $1,000 to $1,500, and this was done in 1964, and it's just a really wonderful example by the artist. We're going to end up looking at this final work in the front gallery. It's lot 23, which is a Ferdinand Léger, well known. This is a great vibrant example by the artist. We've got an estimate of $2,000 to $3,000, and this, I think, comes from an Archem collection of prints that we have in the sale. And with that, I'm going to finish up and just want to say, be sure to look at the full catalog. Like I said, we've got a lot of great prints in this sale. We've even got some great portfolios by Bernice Abbott. And so if you have any questions, be sure to email or give us a call, or come in for the preview starting 3 days before on Thursday. And all I can say is good luck at the auction.
Happy New Year from us here at Clarke Auction. Welcome back to our auction previews. We're very excited to bring in the new year with you watching this video and seeing some of the great exciting things that we have in this upcoming sale. We're going to get started with this large work by Gunnar Magnus, a 20th century American artist. You can see he's very reminiscent of Francis Bacon. This mixed media work has an estimate of $500 to $700, and if you're a conspiracy theorist, you might be a fan of this work, so make sure you have a look on our website. Right above, we have Gabriel Sainz, an artist from Argentina. This work is titled Under His Breath from 2005. It has an estimate of $400 to $600. Right next to it, we have Pietrina Ceccacci, an Italian-Brazilian female artist known for her work using the human figure. This work has a $500 to $700 estimate. Right next to it, we have a work by a follower of Charles Sheeler, a cityscape painted in 1988. It is illegibly signed and has an estimate of 500 to 700. Right below, we have one of my favorite works, Lot 80, Xavier Gonzalez, a Spanish-American artist. You can see some figures parading banners and symbols. This work is from 1945 and has an estimate of 400 to 600. Right next to it, above, we have two works by Alexander Derritt Walsh, two hockey scenes for all those sports and hockey fans, with an estimate of 400 to 600. Right below, we have A.M. Cassandre, a large French poster for all of our French poster lovers. This large lithograph is from 1925 and it depicts a can of licorice. So if you have $600 to $900, this might be the great investment. Right above, on top, we have a crowd favorite, Mr. Charles Vizino, Washington, D.C., with an estimate of 300 to 500. And right next to it, we have this amazing large work by Mr. Donald Sultan. This is lot 10 in our sale, and it is titled Black Lemon. This aquatint on black woven paper was made in 1987, and it is signed and dated vertically. This comes from the collection of David Klasfeld with an estimate of 2,000 to 3,000. Right above, we have a work by Howard Smith, an African-American artist who moved to Europe in the 60s and was trying to fuse a new way of creating art for himself. So that's a fun pair. Up here, again, by the same artist as the hockey players, Alexander Derritt Walsh. And right below, we have one of my other favorites in this sale. If you have an awkward wall or some space that you need to fill, this would be a great painting to add to your home. If you're into the industrial aesthetic, this work is perfect for you. This is called After the Bite by Tula Telfair, and it has an estimate of 600 to 900. Right above, we have another one of my favorites. Sorry, I have a lot of favorites. This is called Midnight in Manhattan from 1978. This is a colored screen print by American artist James Rizzi. So don't look up or you'll see some extraterrestrials hovering over the busy streets of Manhattan. This has an estimate of 600 to 900. If you're looking to collect indigenous art, this is a great piece to add to your collection. This is by a female Canadian native artist. This is called Nevi Snook, a mixed media by Janice Ron with an estimate of 400 to 600. This is one of two in the sale, so if you're looking for something comical on your wall, make sure you look up her name in our catalog and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you are into the cultures, this is a portrait of a horse on collage paper. This is by Naum Straxavob, a watercolor of a horse with an estimate of 300 to 500. Right up there, we have lot 37, Abstract Figures with a Moon by Arnold Weber. This was painted in 1965 and has an estimate of 300 to 500. Isn't she a lucky lady? She has two lovers standing beside her, possibly fighting for her attention, but that's just my interpretation of it. This is a large work by Jürgen Gorg. This is lot 7, and it is titled Muse Number 4. It has an estimate of 800 to 1200, and it is a mixed media on canvas. We have this British work by Joseph Thors. It's a woman collecting sticks. A good cleaning will brighten up this work. This is estimated at 1,000 to 1,500. We have another favorite here. This is a large work signed M. Scott. It is of the Everglades and it has an estimate of 600 to 900. Up there in the corner, we have this work by Alan Russell of the Chrysler Building in Manhattan. It is estimated at 400 to 600. And right below, we have a work by Garrett Hondius. If you're into clowns, these might be some great additions to add to your collection if you like to clown a bit yourself. So there's two portraits of clowns, both great additions, both very bright and very nice to look at. We also have this great large work, a continental work from the 19th century. Needs some repairs and some restoration, but it is a very Very nice painting. We have this great work titled Harbor Repair by Mary Nicholson McCord. This oil on board is estimated at $800 to $1,200. In this corner, we also have 4 botanical prints. If you're into the plants or just want to adorn your walls with some great art, this is a great addition to your home. We're going to keep going with our Haitian collection. These 2 works are by Haitian artist Gervais Ducasse. The paintings show a street scene in Troy, New York, and a game of football, Guatemala versus Mexico, playing in Haiti in Port-au-Prince in 1973. So any soccer fans, if you can find the exact match for us, that'll be nice. We have another great example of Salvatore Emblema's work. We have 2 figures in front of a temple. This work is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. We also have 3 works by Lowell Nesbitt, known for his photorealist flower works. You get to have 3 different pieces by him in the same lot, and this would be a great addition into your home. And last but not least, we have this still life with irises by Otto Bierholz. This work is estimated at $600 to $900. Along the walls, you'll see other small paintings by artists that we couldn't get to today, but you're more than welcome to head over to our website and see what other works we have. So we'll see you here on January 11th, either in person or online. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, and welcome to the January 11th auction preview video of jewelry, couture, and silver. We're going to begin here with some silver. We have this pair of Hanau German silver pheasants, really quite nice. You can see their heads are removable, large in size. And jumping forward, we're going to go to some more examples of birds from the same estate. We have this also German Hanau silver bird with outstretched wings, and then this smaller example of Hanau silver pheasants. And these pair together as one grouping. This is an individual bird, and then we have the larger pair. From the same estate, we also have this pair of English silver bowls with fluting and scalloped edges, and then the central stag. So really quite nice. This is just large, heavy in size, and really great form. So it's slightly hand hammered, it's English silver, and just a beautiful pedestal bowl. Also from the same estate, we have this large English silver stock pot. Just unusual, so you never see them this big and in this good condition. So just an unusual example that we're happy to present to you. Chamber stick, I just like these. So they're just these little whimsical things that we no longer use in today's world, but are just so sweet. English silver, all the bits and pieces are present, so really quite nice. And then we have this English silver porringer in front here, again with a hand-hammered finish and an armorial crest to the center, so again, quite nice. Next door, we have this pair of Georgian serving spoons, so just nice decorative pieces, really just beautiful etching, beautiful craftsmanship to these tapered handles, just a wonderful pair of antique silver. George Jensen, so a little more contemporary. We have these 2 cups, both marked for George Jensen, really quite nice. And Gorham silver or sterling pitcher. It is monogrammed, but again, nice size, nice form. This is ex Sotheby's, so just a really wonderful silver box with hinged lids. They open this way with little bird finials and really ornate detailing throughout. Quite decorative, quite beautiful. We have this English silver hinged box, oval in form, and again, just a beautiful armorial crest to the lid. Really quite nice. Open it up for you so you can see inside. Has a nice little latch. So really quite sweet with a slightly gold wash to the finish on the interior. Next door from a Manhattan estate, we have this English silver salver with a gadroon border and ball and claw feet. Here we have a tea caddy with a small spoon. So again, decorative and beautiful. This is Tiffany & Company. So this is a sterling mounted American Brilliant cut glass loving cup. Unfortunately, there is significant damage to the glass itself, but it's really quite beautiful. So this is estimated at $300 to $500 for that reason. And you can see these wonderful floral swags, really quite nice. This is a Raj English silver Repoussé center bowl, so really quite decorative and unusual silver make. Collection of Judaica, so we have kiddish cups and we have a spice tower. This one's really quite beautiful. So we have this scene Really quite nice. So this grouping is together. And then this is an international sterling Wedgwood serving dish. Another piece of Tiffany, we have this small fluted bowl, again from Manhattan. And then from Forest Hills, we have this pair of Tiffany tazas. So getting a lot of action online for this pair. Beautiful, decorative with this floral border and pierced accents. And moving on to some couture. So from the same Forest Hills estate, we have this Louis Vuitton little duffel bag, really just a great size. So just a really nice size. It is vintage, so it does have some condition issues, but it can certainly be cleaned up. And then we have a whole collection of Louis Vuitton and Gucci from one estate, beginning with this Gucci bag. Really quite nice, more contemporary, so it's recent, in really good condition. So it's slightly used, but barely, and really quite nice. This is from a separate estate, so this is from Manhattan, but these are 3 Gucci bags. So this wonderful olive green suede and leather backpack. We have this little velour black velvet purse with the Gucci clasp, and then this again, little Gucci bag with the gold tone hardware with this little horse bit door knocker. And these 3 together are at $500 to $700. Again, wonderful Louis Vuitton in this kind of coppery finish with the monogram and the typical Louis Vuitton emblems. Again, another wonderful Louis Vuitton in great condition, and it does have the hand straps and the shoulder straps. But again, a great size, so usable, in really good condition, really quite nice. And then these 2 Louis Vuittons are together, so we have this pouch and the pouchette. Again, good condition, has to be cleaned up a little bit. There's some wear to the finish of the hardware, but again, beautiful condition. And then we have this last one for our Louis Vuitton. So this is one of those purses where you can tighten the edges. So it can either be this kind of triangular form or more of a tote, which is nice. I like the options. And then a little sweet Burberry bag. So this is a crossbody Burberry, really quite nice. Comes with this is what I like the most, I think, is this little kind of ID tag in brass. So that's really quite sweet. And that wraps it up for a couture. Oh no, actually, I'm kidding you. This is actually one of the stars of the show, is the Chanel. So we have this Chanel black quilted large flap bag, but the most unusual thing of this is it comes with a rain jacket, which I'm not going to be able to do it all because it's going to take quite too long, but it flips over. So just so you can see, it does fit. There's images online. I did it myself. And so if you're going out in the rain, your bag's protected. So that's really quite nice. This is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. Comes with the box, comes with the dust bag, so all that good stuff. And it's here to sell. So it's really quite nice example of Chanel. Again, from Manhattan, we have these 2 pieces of silver. So we have this little continental silver repoussé box with cherubs, and then we have this travel clock. So really quite sweet. And then we have a collection of decorative silver here, again from Forest Hills. So German silver repoussé footed bowl. We have this gilt silver lidded box. German silver shoe. We have a pair of English silver spoons, very similar to our serving spoons, but they're actually from 2 separate estates, so that's kind of a funny little coincidence. And then these are sweet as can be. These are Gorham and his little jester or harlequin. Moving on to jewelry in the sale. We have this Van Cleef brooch, 18 karat gold diamonds, absolutely beautiful. The articulation to the ribbons is very reminiscent to me of the zipper necklace. So really quite nice. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000. From Forest Hills, we have this 18 karat gold horse with enamel, ruby, and diamond accents. Manhattan, we have this wonderful 14 karat gold and amethyst bar pin. From the same estate, we have this 14 karat gold and amethyst brooch, really quite sweet. I think it should be made into a pendant and just wonderful. We have this Italian 18 karat gold bow form brooch with diamond accents. 2 pieces of Judith Lieber. So there's a whole collection of Judith Lieber in the sale. I just pulled these just because space is limited. But there's multicolor and multi-shaped blue topazes throughout both of these pieces, and they're just wonderful and set in sterling. These 2 together are $600 to $900. From one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, we have these 2 pieces of Tiffany. So we have the small Tiffany sterling cross on chain, and then this is a made for Tiffany, I believe it's Halston, heart form box. This is Miguel Baracol, so we have this wonderful pendant. I love these in the bicolor. These again are from Manhattan, and this is palladium and sapphires, and it is Lucien Picard. We have this three-piece suite of Southwest jewelry, and the last name is Pinto, so it's a couple. I believe the woman's name is Rose Lee, but all of this is available online. And then we have these wonderful inlaid pendants of the sun mask with the matching earrings, so really quite sweet. And then we have this Cartier sterling 14 karat gold and enamel box. Really quite nice at 1,800 to 2,000. We have this Roberto coin, 18 karat gold and diamond necklace. It's really quite nice because you can slide these over, so you can have, you know, some different looks with this. So you can maybe put some over here or put them all in the center, but really quite nice. The diamond accent is movable. We have this suite of John Hardy jewelry. So we have the two bamboo cuffs, one with white sapphires, one with black, and then we have the matched ring. So those three pieces are together at 300 to 500. From a Manhattan estate, we have this pair of 14 karat gold intaglio and ruby earrings. Really quite nice. This I just love. So this is 18 karat gold. It's Italian, and I love the twisted link. So it's not so heavy, but it's just such great quality. It can be worn so easily. Maybe with a large pendant. I know that this is a brooch, but I could absolutely see this living here and being so stylish and chic. And then we have this necklace. It's Indian, carved tourmaline, really quite nice. So similar to the beautiful emerald necklace we sold a few months back. This is silver, and it is yellow silver, so it has this blackened portion, and then there are some gold accents to it. Just a really nice locket. We have these two Renaissance Revival pendants with enamel work and gems. I love them. I love when pearls are utilized, and I love figural jewelry, so any animals or anything, these are really quite nice at 600 to 900. We have this beautiful cross pendant with salmon coral, really nice statement piece. Again, check this out. That would look great together with the similar gold tones. We have this 14 karat gold brooch. We have these two gold, ruby, and diamond brooches individually lotted, again from our Forest Hills estate. This really beautiful sword hilt with platinum over gold, rubies, and diamonds in a single pearl. We have this hinged 14 karat gold bracelet with diamond accents. These are just lovely. So a lot of our antique jewelry came from one estate, and these are also from there. I would imagine that these are aquas, but we didn't get them tested with the diamond surround, but they're really very sweet. We have this Baroque pearl and 14 karat gold necklace, just again another great statement. This is wonderful. So this is Greek, and it's 18 karat gold in the style of Ilias Launis or Zolotas, which is who I thought it was, but the maker's mark, which is present, I don't know who it is. So there's colored gems, there's diamonds. It's really just such a great statement piece. This is estimated at 5,000 to 7,000. Diamond studs, but not just your regular old diamond studs. So there's a stud, but then the surround has little pave diamonds throughout. They're just great quality, set in platinum. 3 brooches, so we have this circular wreath form brooch with diamonds. We have this graduated diamond bar pin, and then we have this diamond and pearl bar pin. We have a very sweet lion brooch with a single diamond accent. We have this needle case, continental silver. We have this, we'll move forward to this wonderful natural pearl with silver topped gold and diamond accents on a platinum chain. So really quite sweet, and again, unusual, a great statement piece. These bracelets, are both individually lotted, and they are salmon coral with 14 karat gold mounts, both with carved cameos of beauties. This I love, just because it's unusual, and it is salmon coral, and they are articulated links, so very similar to a chain, but it's made out of salmon coral. So really quite sweet, and it's mounted in gold. One of my favorite lots in the sale, this is from Manhattan. It's 18 karat gold, amethyst, and diamonds, but really just a great statement. I mean, the purple is just so rich in color, absolutely beautiful. I mean, really quite lovely in this floral shape. And this grouping is estimated at 3,000 to 5,000. We have this garnet pearl and ruby ring, just an unusual shape, really quite nice. It's too small for that finger, I know, but it's just a great kind of like peacock form, Indian influence, really quite beautiful. This is Victorian with salmon coral and pearls, just a great cuff. We have this 3-piece suite of bicolor gold with gems and diamond accents. This is Italian 14 karat gold with enamel work. It's actually plique jour. I would hold it up to the light, but I'm sure the images online will do justice much more than that, with a central smoky quartz. This is platinum with a sapphire and diamond accents. This is gold bypass style ring with diamonds and turquoise. Really sweet, possibly Georgian enamel and ruby ring. This is 18 karat gold with amethyst and peridot. We have this suite of lalique jewelry, so we have these frosted cherubs and then the heart pendant, another grouping of coral. So we have this wonderful bangle bracelet, which I just love, and then the multi-strand necklace. So just a great statement piece. And then we're moving forward to this collection of costume jewelry. So we have this bracelet, a pair of, they're called ice cube earrings, I believe. These are Kenneth J. Lane, unmarked. This is Boucher, and then this is bear with me for one moment, this is Trifari. So really one of those kind of jelly belly brooches that everyone loves so much. Moving forward, we have Angela Cummings, so we have 2 pairs of woven sterling earrings and then this woven brooch, so really quite nice signed jewelry. Collection of Chinese jewelry, so we have a pair of cufflinks with salmon coral, hardstone, and then jade. This is deco, so this is 14 karat white gold, nice filigree accents with rose quartz and diamond accents. We have the 2 14 karat gold cased pocket knives. We have this pair of amethyst and diamond earrings from the same estate as our necklace and bracelet, if we just want to move over here quickly. So this would be a nice suite. They're not the same maker, but really quite lovely together, and they did come from the same estate. We have this heavy gold cuff bracelet with 10 karat gold, and then there's one that I believe is just goldish tone. So take that in consideration when you're looking at the weights. This is, it's gold foil. It's a high carat gold foil with some sort of composition to the interior, but it's just such a great look. So definitely a heavy Indian influence, just a great statement piece. Each bead is individually knotted, and I just love the look. I love that kind of matte gold look. Victorian hinged bracelet with sapphires and diamonds. Victorian 3-piece suite with pearl accents and blue enamel work. Again, this kind of Etruscan revival vibe going on here, but what's even just as nice as the jewelry inside itself is the fitted original case, which I just love. Absolutely drool worthy when you find them. And then this is a pair of earrings with sapphires and diamonds, really quite beautiful. A great estate. I would be interested to see what the origin of those sapphires are. This is deco, carnelian, and carved rock crystal. These were 2 later added little carnelian charms. This is probably my favorite lot in the sale. It is just a diamond band, but they're, you know, it's substantial. It's beautiful. Estimated at $1,000 to $1,500, but it's really quite lovely. And then moving forward, we have this 3-piece suite of Victorian jewelry. So they are blackamoors or moretti with coral accents to the head and rubies. But again, just a little unusual suite. This is beautiful. So bicolor gold with a ruby in the center and diamond accents. 18 karat gold kind of lozenge form brooch with a central ruby cabochon and diamond accents to the surround. We have this wonderful Victorian pendant with pearl accents. I love the kind of bulbous feel to this though. So it's hollow, but it just gives a great look. Just a wonderful statement pendant. Again, let me just grab this over here. This would look great on a gold chain, on a long gold chain. That's just such a look. On a black dress, that's perfection. And then from a Manhattan estate, we have this multi-strand pearl bracelet with this wonderful Art Deco pierced platinum pendant with diamond accents. And then last but not least, we have this wonderful pocket watch with red, this rich red enamel work, the fleur-de-lis with diamond accents, and then it's suspended from this beautiful phoenix pendant. And I love phoenixes. That was my old dog's name. Just wonderful. So we have this really interesting collection, a lot of antique jewelry, a lot of vintage jewelry, a lot of couture. Check our website. There's other things that we weren't able to showcase here, and we hope to see you on January 11th.